Hey there everybody and welcome back. I'm your host Joshua Ryan. The original Evil Dead film may have released 40 years ago, but the series is still running strong. Following the original trilogy of films from director Sam Raimi, we've gotten a horrifying reboot, a hilarious TV series, a board game, comics, toys, clothes. The Evil Dead is everywhere. And later this year we'll also be getting Evil Dead the game, and there's currently a 5th film in the works titled Evil Dead Rise. With the new game and movie to look forward to, we thought what better time to finally look back on the series that has brought us so much joy throughout the years with an Evil Dead ranking.
Hey, that sounds great. Can I watch?
Sorry buddy, but these films are filled with gore, bodily dismemberment, demonic possession, self-mutilation, dendrophilia, blood, boobs, butts, and more. Not totally suitable for young kids. But for all those adults who love a good scare and a bit of debauchery, let's get started. Let's start by saying there are no bad entries in this series. Each of them are groovy in their own right, and it totally breaks my heart to say it, but we're actually putting the original Evil Dead in the bottom slot. The film follows a group of young adults in a secluded cabin who read from the Necronomicon and awaken some nasty deadites. It's an absolute classic. Shot on a shoestring budget, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell crafted one of the most original and memorable horror movies of all time, and they essentially cemented the now cliched cabin-in-the-woods setting as a lasting horror trope. But at just 21 years old, Sam Raimi was only beginning his long-lasting career as a filmmaker. As the years went on, his skills and talents improved, and that shows in his later entries. Plus, Bruce Campbell's portrayal of Ash Williams is iconic. Ash is the Evil Dead. At least in the original trilogy, anyways. And in the first film, they hadn't quite figured out what they wanted to do with him yet. So even though we love this early 80s masterpiece, this is just a series that got better as it went. As I said before, Ash is the Evil Dead. They go hand in hand like chainsaws and boomsticks. You can't have an Evil Dead movie without them. At least that's what fans thought before the terrifying 2013 reboot from director Fede Alvarez. The reboot takes a new set of young adults into that creepy cabin in the woods, and they make these same poor choices that people in horror films tend to make. This film was great, and it did exactly what a reboot should do. It gave us a new and original take on the story. Rather than just being an unnecessary remake or a carbon copy of the original, this film takes us down a very different path. Previous films had leaned more heavily into the slapstick comedy side of things and put the horror elements on the back burner. Here, Alvarez does the complete opposite. Ditching all the humor, he instead crafted a pure horror that dared even the most seasoned gorehounds to not look away. It was gruesome and blood-soaked, and for that, it won over even the most skeptical of fans. The Evil Dead franchise is known for its humor, just as much as it's known for its deadites, and it never leaned into that comedy more heavily than it did with Army of Darkness. Stripping away pretty much all of its scarier elements, Army of Darkness sees Ash Williams transported to the Middle Ages. It's a wacky medieval adventure filled with skeletons, knights, love, and you guessed it, deadites. This movie, probably above all of the others in the series, is a cult favorite. It has a huge following of fans who worship it, and for good reason. Following Army of Darkness, fans had to wait over 20 years to see Bruce Campbell return to his most famous role, but the wait was worth it. Ash vs. the Evil Dead was a Showtime original series that picked up where the films left off. Ash is aged, but he's the same old Ash Williams fans knew and loved. He still works for S-Mart, he day drinks, and he loves the ladies. It's that love of sweet alcohol and ladies that gets Ash thrown back into the world of deadites once again. One drunken night, while trying to impress a lady with some poetry, he reads her a passage from the Necronomicon, and just like that, the world is in peril. The show ran for 3 seasons before it was canceled, and that cancellation was a shame because the series was fantastic. It gave us the chance to see Ash battle deadites in the real world, not in a secluded cabin or in the Middle Ages, and it left fans with a major cliffhanger at the end of its 3rd and final season. But as amazing as that show was, it still didn't take the #1 slot. Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn was the perfect blend of comedy and horror that the franchise would be known for, and it set the standard that the rest of the series would be trying to keep up with for years to come. Essentially a soft remake of the original film, but with a bigger budget and a better idea of where the story should go. Evil Dead 2 takes Ash and viewers back to that cursed cabin in the woods and ups the ante. It's 1 hour and 24 minutes of pure maniacal mayhem, and it gives Ash his iconic chainsaw appendage. Sam Raimi may be most known for his Spider-Man trilogy and for directing the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel, but to us deadheads, he will always be the man who gave us one of the greatest horror franchises of all time. And for that we say, Hail to the king, baby.
Now, from the creator of Evil Dead.
What's your favorite Evil Dead movie? Did it take the top slot, or do you think we got this list all wrong? We want to know. Let us know in the comments, and I'm Joshua Ryan. I'll see you next time.